Welcome to Women Talk. I'm Joyce. It's been said that women talk about everything, anything, anywhere, and anytime. Two women in a theater lobby, waiting for their respective groups to arrive, strike up a conversation on the renovation and the decor of the theater. However, by the time their parties arrived, they both knew the names of everyone each are waiting for, the number of people in each group, their ages, where everyone is coming from, whether they are an organization with an organization, a club, a group, whether they're with friends or are they just family. They also knew where they were being seated, why they chose to see this production, and just how much they paid for their tickets. Welcome to Women Talk. This show brings together women of various cultures and backgrounds. Today is an opportunity for the women of the Piscataway community to share and maybe acquire new knowledge from one another. Today's guests are Roselle Coy, Annie Lee, and Joanne Urbanik. Before I introduce today's topics, let's meet our guests.
Oh, hi. My name is Annie Lee. I moved to Piscataway in 1975. That was the year after we get married. I used to live in Hightstown, but because my husband have a job relocation, so we moved up over here. We raised our two children, bought our first house. Most likely will be our last. And I guess I just a Piscataway resident for the rest of the time.
Okay, Annie. Joanne.
My name is Joanne Urbanik. I was born and raised in New Jersey, but I left 25 years ago for a job in Florida, where I met my husband. It was peculiar I met him in Florida because I was working in Scotland at the time, and he was working in Florida. And he was born in Scotland. But we managed to connect on the internet, and we got married there, and been married for 17 years. And from Florida, we moved to Utah and stayed there 12 years. We've moved around quite a bit. And eventually, we got old and we decided to flock home again, so here we are in New Jersey. We got back here about a year and a half ago, and we live in Piscataway.
Okay, welcome back.
Thank you.
And now we have Roselle.
Yeah, I'm Roselle Coy. I'm a Jersey girl. I was born in Jersey, raised in Jersey, live in Jersey, got married in Jersey, went to school in Jersey. I'm a Piscataway resident of 33 years. We got married and we moved from Bergen County to Piscataway because of the school system. And we moved here because we had our first child. So we love Piscataway. I'm a Piscataway resident now.
Okay, Piscataway, all right. Today's topic is 2023. What are you ready for? You know, we toasted the new year, we blew horns, we honked, we danced, we sang Old Lang Syne, and we even prayed. We made some resolutions. We wrote about things that we would leave behind because they weren't serving us well. And then we said we'd improve those things that work well for us. Some other people prepare for what's ahead, such as lunar celebrations, religious celebrations, the Super Bowl, and other sports events. And for many, returning to the workplace. Ladies, let's talk about what you want to keep, dump, or what you're looking forward to.
Okay. Best laid plan, mice and men.
Okay.
Always have a plan for every year. It seems to be the plan keep going longer and longer. Apparently didn't do the rest of them for the year that we planned. However, this year, seriously, I was going to the supermarket and the produce is ridiculous price. Now, I have a garden. Every year I have a garden. So this year, I think I'll be a little bit smarter. Instead of planting only 1 or 2 kind of vegetable that you eat till the whole family had to rebel, I'm going to cut up the garden and then see I can grow different kind of vegetable. And then I don't have to worry about complaining about the price of the vegetable.
Okay.
And then if I have some extra, I can give it
Share.
away. Yes.
I like that. I like that. And you're going to get out there and work this garden.
I work in the garden just about every
all right.
year.
Okay.
And with the fruit tree and everything, I might be able to,
Oh.
I just have to lay it out smarter, like I keep saying every year, but apparently it didn't quite catch on to yet.
This year it's going to work.
This year work.
Joanne?
Well, this is the year I plan to get organized. As I said, we moved here about 1.5 years ago, and I spent all last year renovating my house. And now I got to take all that stuff out of the closet and figure out where it goes. I moved from a house that was, I don't know, 3,800 square feet to one that's 1,500 square feet. So there's a little storage problem there, but this year I plan to get it all organized.
Do you get rid of stuff?
I donate. I try to donate what I can, and of course I have a sister and she has 3 kids, and they're all setting up their homes, so I've been able to do that. But I have on speed dial the Salvation Army and Habitat for Humanity. So I've gotten rid of a lot of furniture.
Okay. Okay, Roselle.
What I'm going to do this year is it's time for me. And what I mean by that is like scheduling mental health, all my health issues, just taking care of all the doctor's appointments and getting more involved in my community. So it's me time. I'm going to have a day that I'm just going to put a lounger on, and I'm just going to lounge and read a book all day. So I'm going to have a me day. And then days where I could volunteer at the senior citizen, at my church with the children's church. So I'm just going to do me things this year.
I like her plan better.
Me too.
Yeah. I tried that day with the book, but I fall asleep.
I need
Well, that's
me
your
time.
day. That's your day. You can fall asleep on me day.
You can.
I'll
you
come
know,
visit you.
Okay, come on.
my me day is, I said in one of the shows, is always Tuesday. So I think for this year I'm going to change my me day to another day. I'm not sure. I think I want to do it Monday. And when I do a me day, I don't want to talk on the phone. I don't look at that texting thing or emails or internet. I don't want to do any of that, and I try to figure out things that I just want to do. And you know, that's kind of hard.
It is hard.
Yes.
When you start to think about how you want to plan your day, it's kind of hard because when I put all those things away, I then go, okay, so Joyce, now what? So what you gonna do? I'm not one who naps in the day, so that takes it away. But I am a tinkerer, so if there's a closet to be cleaned, I'll clean a closet.
Oh, come to my house. Come on, yeah.
I'll find something to do. But I just, on my me day, I have to find something that I would like to do.
Well, the thing is that I find out if you want to really clean up the house, which is always talk but never do, you really have to kind of concentrate. Say, I'm only going to clean up like 4 by 4 feet and not an inch over.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you end up doing a little bit here, a little bit there. At the end of the day, they look just the same. No changes. The thing you want to throw away, no,
Can't
throw
throw
it
that
here.
away.
And then, now you have to look for extra space so that you can store them. So it really is a very tricky business.
It is, because you could start in your room, you could say, I'm going to go through all the books. And you go through all the books, and you have different piles, and you go, okay, I got 3 piles when I had 1 pile.
That's right.
So you have to say, okay, I'll put this by the front door, so I'll take this to the library for the children. So you go like, and then you didn't clean the whole room, you just cleaned the books.
One item at a time. And then
Yes.
also you have to be very detached. You know, I still pick up the
Yeah.
stuffed animal that my kid playing, and he just say, nah, not yet.
Not yet. I can hope.
I'm not dead yet. Maybe when I die, they might throw it away.
Or they'll come looking for it. Because I did stuffed animals, and it was a brown teddy bear, and I had it in the box, and my son came home. He said, "What are you doing with my teddy bear?" Now he's 32 years old.
That's right.
Talking about his teddy bear, and I go like, "Oh boy!" So I took it and gave it to him. So when he's ready,
He can chuck it.
he can chuck it.
When I do a room, I'm going to do it by myself. Okay, but I like this idea of 4x4. But I'll do it by myself, and I'll have a big garbage bag. And yes, you have to be detached and just put things. I do garbage, and then I do things that I'm going to give to the Salvation Army or to Catholic charities or whatever. And I do a bag for that. And I just keep going. I don't care if it takes me 8 hours. I will keep going. Just bring a bottle of water in the room and just keep moving. Keep it moving. And then when I'm done, I'm done. All I got to do is get those bags out and take them to the proper place.
But make sure they are out though.
Oh, I do.
It will go to the garage, it will come back.
That's true. You know what out means for me? In the trunk of my car. And sometimes you never get
You
to drop
don't
them off.
to the line, you'll bring them back maybe next time.
Oh, but I do know people who will. My sister is one who will store stuff and say, "This, I'm getting rid of all this. All this can go."
They never win.
And then the next day, she starts to look at that stuff. I can use that.
Yes, I can.
takes
Might
it
be
back.
that someday, yeah.
And so you start to recollect things. But I made a conscious decision as I'm getting older, things have to go.
You know what you cannot really throw away, but you should? The documentation from your work. Why would we still keep documentation
I
from work? I
know.
shall never know. Nobody will call me back to work anyway. Even they do, I won't go. I still have it. Oh, I have to know how to initiate a trial. Why do I need to initiate a trial? I'm not doing this anymore. I still have it. And I just like, well, okay.
It's hard.
Because I am know very well that when I'm gone, the kid will get a dumper.
That's right.
And
And they're
throw
going
it.
to dump it out.
They wouldn't even
They're
open
not
up
going
the
to
box.
even look through it. They're just going to hee-haw it out.
Yes,
Dump
and
it
then
out.
when they were throwing it away, they probably say, Mom, do this to us again.
I do keep a lot of documents. But I try to keep the documents that I call meaningful.
Oh, right, just about every single page.
I call meaningful. I even got notebooks that I call things meaningful. And I know darn well, like you said, I'm not using that stuff again. But there's just something about this stuff.
That you cannot
That you
talk.
just, yeah, you know. So I don't understand people who hoard, but yet I do understand
Yes.
them who hoard because you think you can use this stuff. And I always call it stuff. I've decided to give it not a real name, just call it stuff because then when I'm ready to get rid of it, I feel bolder. Then I can go up and grab the stuff.
Yeah, but you know, something about keeping stuff from work, it's like a connection to your other life. I mean, I was in advertising and I collected all the pieces that I worked on. For what? Nobody ever asked me for them. Eventually, I did get rid of them because I moved, but I had a portfolio of every ad I ever worked on, which is crazy. It's crazy. Nobody wanted it, but it was a connection for me. I said, oh, remember when I did that? When I could think, you know.
But what I'm going through now, I like to take pictures. So I have 2 great containers of pictures. So I told everybody, I called them, I said, pretty soon in the mail, you get an envelope of your pictures. So that was 4 months ago. And I'm still going through the picture. And I look at it and I say, I remember that. I did this and I did that. And guess what? I put the pictures back in the container and put the top back on it. I said, I'll do that tomorrow. So I'm working on letting those things go. So I'm learning to scan and put it in the envelope and give it. So if I want to look at it, I can always go to the computer and then go to pictures. So I'm learning to scan them so I won't be so attached to all these pictures.
My sister has, I share a house with my sister, and she has, we have in the dining room, I don't know what it's called, but you know the cameras, it's not a camera, it's like a frame
Yes.
and she can take the pictures off the computer and she puts them in there. So they're always
They rotate.
moving,
Rotating.
Yeah.
rotating those pictures. And it's just amazing because you can sit in the room and all of a sudden you see an old memory pop up. It can be a scene, it can be a friend, it can be my parents even. But you'll see this old memory pop up. And then you start to really reflect on, oh, gee, I remember when we did that. Or, you know, I can recall that. Or you'll say, I don't know why they got that picture up there. I don't want to see her.
But it does bring back memories
does.
of things that you did in the past, and it makes you feel good.
Yes.
You smile and then you put them away again.
Okay.
Part of you. Cannot throw away that yet. Maybe next year.
Okay.
Make it next year resolution.
Okay. Okay. Next year's
Then
what,
when you next year
2024?
will come talk again. I was not going to throw that away.
But you know, they have some program where you can send all your pictures and they put them in an album.
Yes.
And my husband got one for as a Christmas present. And that takes away a lot of pictures, you know.
Ah.
It'll hold as many, I think, as you want.
So what do you do with the originals?
They send
Throw
them
'em
back
away.
to you,
They give
but
them
you can
back to
throw
you.
them out because you've got everything in an album.
It's so
nice and
hard to-
smooth.
That's why I give them to my other two sisters.
Yeah, right.
I said, okay, since I'm scanning them, and it's their children, so maybe their children want them, or maybe they want to hold on for a little while, and then it's up to them to do something with
It's
it.
kind of hard to actually throw away the picture.
Picture, yes.
Even when you take pictures and put them on the thumb drive.
Yeah.
I
It's-
find it difficult to just.
Because it's the picture itself that make you want to keep.
Yeah.
It's not so much of the image.
You're right. You're right.
It's the physical part
Yeah,
that you want to
and
keep.
you get a chance because I brought pictures out of my mom and dad and his mom and dad, and I was showing my son. He was like, "Oh, that's what Grandma looked like," because he never met my mom. So it's good to bring back memories and pass it on to other family members so they remember their grandmother and their great grandmother. So that's why I keep them. I think it's like I'm historian of the pictures. I gotta share them.
I actually took a scissor and I cut a picture up because I didn't want to just throw it in the garbage, right? I didn't. You think about people who steal things out of trash and what do they do with it? So I actually
Yes.
cut up the picture. That was so hard for me.
Yeah,
Afterwards, I had to sit down and think about why did I take that scissor and cut that picture up? I felt like I was harming somebody.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, what do you do with the picture? If I could send those pictures to someone, they don't have to send them back to me. Let them take care of it and destroy it.
Yeah.
I just don't.
It makes it easy for you if they do it, but
Yeah.
it's hard for me to
Yeah.
throw them away. So that's why I try to pass them on to other family members.
Yes.
Passing the buck.
Yes. Someone did that to me and left a stack of pictures at the senior center and said, give these to Joyce.
So you stuck with it. Well, you look at them and you enjoy them, and then you have
Throw
to.
them out.
But I'm going to do exactly what you said because every time I identify somebody in the picture, I'm putting it in an envelope.
And give it to them.
Nah, I don't think that's fair.
My cousins, they
You guys
loved
just
it.
passing
you
the
know?
hot
When you
potato
give it to
around.
when you give it to other family members you hadn't seen in a long time, and we were young, and I mailed it to her, and she called me, and she was like, she was so happy. It brought memories for her because she didn't have the picture because I did all the picture taking. So
See, my response would be, why are you giving me this?
Yes,
I
I would
don't
say
need
the
another
same
picture.
thing.
Why would you give me this? That's what I would say.
Yes. So-
But I'm going to get rid of those pictures. I'm going to take that idea and I'm going to put them in an envelope.
write a
with
little
love.
note.
With love
note.
from Joyce.
You will get some very nasty text messages.
They'll look at them and be
probably will.
happy.
Yeah, for a moment.
Yes.
And then they have to figure out what are they going to do with that picture.
Yeah.
For a moment.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Yes.
anything else we're getting ready to do for the new year?
Well, let's see. That's another plan.
Okay.
Always a plan.
Oh, she's got lots of plans.
Yeah.
The house need renovation, which is everybody does.
Yes.
But everybody keep putting it away,
Okay.
hoping that all the equipment will last for another while. So that's another thing. I'm really looking for some, people, contractor to come and do
Me
the house.
too.
But I'm so afraid to, first of all, you have to deal with the township with all the permit, which is a pain.
That's right.
Then
Yes.
you have
Oh,
to do,
yes,
you have
look
to
at
find a reputable contractor,
That's
which
it.
is even harder.
That's right.
Then you're talking about now when you're ordering stuff, you worry about they might not come, they might come in not the way you want. With all those worrying, I keep saying to my children, my children said to me already, you guys have to get this house straightened out because it's going to falling apart and it's going to fall down one of these days. I keep saying to them, if the kitchen sink fall, I'll just knock on your door.
But it's hard to find the right contractors because we had that big flood last year and my whole downstairs was flooded out and you get 3 bids, but then you're saying, oh, that's awful high. And then you pick one and you find out that was the highest one and you shouldn't have picked
that's
that
right.
person.
Yeah, believe me.
Because
And then you wonder, did I make right decisions? How do you determine who's right and who's wrong?
Exactly. And
Yeah.
sometimes the quoting is such a far apart. You don't know that. How could it be the same job with
Thank you.
almost like 40, 50% different?
Higher.
It's
Yes.
just impossible.
Yeah, well,
Joan.
I just had to replace the fence. It was falling down. And I picked the cheapest one, who didn't know that in Piscataway, even if you replace a fence, you have to have a permit. Well, it was going back in the same place where the other one was, so we figured, what the heck, right? I got a summons.
Oh.
I had to stop work. Unfortunately, the part that they didn't finish was the gate, so my dog ran away. I got her back, but I mean, it was one thing after another. And then I couldn't get a permit without a survey. And I went through all the paperwork, and nobody had ever done a survey. So that delayed it even more. And it was just last week when they finally put the corner markers in, and the gate is up, and thank God that's over with. But I'm sorry for you, but it's a
It
mess.
is.
I
It is
know.
a mess.
That's the reason why I just keep delaying
Yeah.
it and
I
delaying
know.
it. But
You don't want to think about it.
yeah, you don't want to think about it. But I don't want to wonder one day the sink just fall down, and then you're gonna get a bigger problem. So it's almost like, okay, and that's the plan. That plan was start in 2020. Now it's 2023.
23. So
I know.
so you make a commitment by 2024. It's going to be done.
Oh no, I don't think it will last that long anymore. I seriously look at all the stuff then in the kitchen. I said it will fall down. That's the reason why people just saying the children keep saying you better get
better
those
get-
fixed. I don't want you to knock
get
on
it
my
done.
door. I'm gonna move in for a while. You mind
Until we fix that.
until we fix that.
Yeah, renovations are.
It's
So
very
it's just
hard.
another-
It's very,
very
difficult,
hard.
especially if you're a woman and you're wondering, do they know that I know that he's telling me something and ain't true? Because you know things they think you don't know.
Oh, definitely.
And I look at him, and then I
Definitely.
let him do his spiel, and I tell them, that's not true. Come on.
Thank
then,
you, but no thank you.
Yeah, thank you, no
Thank you,
thank
but
you.
no
Thank
thank
you
you.
for coming. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So will be the 2 big projects.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see how it works.
My
Okay.
thing is traveling. I want to travel. Since COVID, we haven't traveled since 2020, and we usually take a family big vacation, and then me and my husband took a vacation by ourselves. So now we're going to start planning a
Okay.
big vacation.
Okay.
So we're going to do that this year.
That will be fun. How come you have all the fun ones?
All the fun ones, right? Because that's on her
Because I'm
list.
planning, like you said, I'm planning.
That's
I
her
plan
list.
too, but they looking less and less fun to do. I like hers. Heather. I'm
good
going
stuff.
with you.
Your plans, Joanne?
Well, I've done all my traveling. I've been all through Europe. We've been in every state in the U.S. I've
Okay.
been to Greenland, which many people
Oh, I
haven't
haven't
been to.
done that.
And I've been to Australia and New Zealand. So I don't. My husband is ill, so I don't think we'll be doing any traveling. I miss it. I miss it a lot.
I
But
bet you do.
I've seen it all, and I'm glad we got it done before COVID because now it's a hassle.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you want to go to China.
Oh.
Yeah, right. They're going to have you do vaccines and everything. So I'm glad I'm finished with it. I didn't miss anything.
Okay. Definitely not the airport.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Going through the airport, that's
It's
a
a
big,
nightmare, isn't it?
oh my gosh. You have the dogs walking around you sniffing.
Yeah.
Well, we decided that we're not going to fly. We're going to take our car and go to Virginia, get on an auto train, and go to Florida.
Well, that's
And
a
then
nice
from
trip.
Florida, go back into Georgia to visit all my husband's
That's nice.
family.
That's nice.
That's nice.
That's good,
So,
yeah.
and then take our time, then we're ready, go back
Back
to
to-
Florida, get on the auto train, go back to Virginia, 3 hours
nice.
from Virginia to back to
Yeah, why
Piscataway.
not? You got
do
nothing
it.
else to do.
That's right. Take our time. Just take our time.
Got
Because
nothing
that
else to do.
airport, last time we went, they lost our luggage. We were in New Orleans 3 days without any luggage.
Oh.
So we had to go out and buy clothes.
And they didn't write you a check.
Oh, we
They
sent
used to
everything.
write you a check right then.
They sent us forms. We filled the forms out. And that was 8 years ago, so I'm still waiting for my check from United Airlines.
Oh
I
my
never got anything back.
You better hope they don't merge the airline.
Oh,
Then
that's
they
right.
won't
Then
want
you
you
won't.
pallet your
No.
thing.
They used to just write a check
They-
on the spot.
not
I've
anymore,
gotten
'cause
checks
they-
written right on the spot.
They lose so much luggage,
Yeah,
they
so-
don't do that anymore.
That's
yeah.
why everybody wants to do carry-on. You take as
Yeah.
much as you can with you,
That's right.
okay? Just in case they
And
would
try to
lose
stuff
things.
them into that undersized cabin.
I know, undersized, on the top, and people are getting smarter today. They bring their luggage on, knowing darn well they can't get on the plane, so that they don't have to pay for it because they take it downstairs automatically and you're not charged. And they put it in. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that
people are
works.
As soon
getting
you
real smart.
get out your car, they put a ticket and they take it straight
Okay.
in for you.
Yeah.
So-
And then if it's overweight, you don't get that
That's
overweight
it.
fee
So
or
Very
anything.
interesting how people can get around the system.
Mm-hmm.
But ladies, I'm being told that our time is coming
Oh.
to an end. This has been, I just can't believe we're out of time. Okay, this has really been an exciting time, an exciting conversation. And I've learned about plans and I've learned about that 4x4. I'm going to keep that in my head so when I start to clean. But I want to thank all of you, and I also want to thank our viewers, and I want to thank the PCTV guys who come out here and help us out, and we couldn't do this without them. So if you have a topic or you wish to participate as a guest, you can send an email to colesj7@gmail.com. Now, next month's topic is your spare time. So if you know anyone who wants to talk about their spare time, let me know. And remember, women talk about everything, anything, anytime, anywhere. Okay? And so we will see you again. But if you have anybody you know who wants to sit here and chat, please tell them about us.